What's up, my man? What's going on, Wade? Hey, Corey, good to see you. Very good. Meeting with Gary today and then doing something with you guys tomorrow night. Is that right?
Yeah, there's a speakers bureau.
Yep, doing that. Cool. Awesome, man. So that's my plan of attack. So I'm just grabbing a quick meal and then we'll get Garrett going. Right, so I went to see my brother in New York for New Year's. My brother Andrew had like these discs, and you know, it was like these dating advice. So one of it was like the guy's like, well, you want to ask a girl for her email, not her phone number. That's cool, let's do that. It was David D'Angelo. And then later on I went up talking to Evan, I got to tell him that story. I'm like, did you know that your stuff like 12 years ago gave me the idea to ask my wife for her email instead? And you were like,
I know, totally threw me off. Oh my God, okay.
That was back then.
Email.
Tim, you done eating? You ready to rock? That's Corey.
Corey.
What's up, man? Good to see you.
See you.
Hey, how are you?
You know, I'm going to Peter Vargas' event. You know, I did the VIP because I saw there he was going to have a speak off, and that got me super nervous and insecure. And I'm like, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know, because I worked on this talk with Roberto that we'll do tomorrow, and so it's like if that's the one opportunity that I could go that kind of gives me some nitrous to. Garrett said it. Garrett always used to say, like, there's a lot of things that you don't realize that you're getting good at because it's just you don't see it. So like you just brought up a good point. Like I don't realize that I'm talking to a few hundred people a day and having to shift their mind in seconds.
In seconds.
Because I only
like,
see it
so
for seconds, so I'm not
yeah.
having to sit down. So just like the other day when I was signed up for Pete Vargas's speak off, and the first thing I think, well, there's going to be some powerful people there. You know, like I start going into my insecurity mode, and then when he's like, in the last 10 years, you speak three to 5 times a week. You spoke more than anybody there. Like frequency.
Yeah.
Right.
Like she's like, it's like you have more, like you spoke way more times than anybody. If someone speaks once a week or once a month, you spoke way more times. And then she's like, you stick to your story, and no one can beat your story. Like, because it's my story.
Everything people learn in finance doesn't matter compared to just learning how to make a lot more money through refining and expanding skill and figuring out who you are. There's no investment that's going to compete with that. So that's where I think that We Are Heroes could be really instrumental inside of that documentary.
Well, I started that from the beginning. I'm like, I'm gonna start social media, and then I sit there, like, right, and we just do it just for. They know every time, and I say it that's part of that every time.
You get the same people coming back every time because they know they're connecting.
Yeah, that's good.
It's like a thumbs up, double muscle, thank you so much. Or if I know it's Garrett, I'd be like, that's awesome. Did Carrie see this? You know, so after a while, he knows that I'm not a robot. Like one guy, remember, he said, so how do you get your automated, how do you automate your thing? I'm like, I go, dude, I go, this is Zaino. This is me. You know, like, because they get used to this, well, it just must be automated.
Yeah.
Whole Foods. 2 most important things when we travel. What are they? Right up below.
Gotta find the gym.
Gotta find the gym.
You gotta find the Whole
Gotta
Foods.
find Whole Foods right there. Just to make things easier, even though I measure food at home, but when I travel, the easiest thing to do is just eat protein and vegetables, and I eliminate the carbs. It's just easy to do. I don't have to get carbs. I don't have to measure rice. I don't have to cook it. I just go protein, veggies, because you just don't know. So every time when I travel, it's like I diet harder because I'm dieting, right? So if I was not worrying about dieting, then I'd eat whatever the hell I wanted. So.
What's that, like garlic and herb?
Where? Nah, it's so boring. That is beyond boring, babe. Garlic and herb. 15-minute fuel. We're just in 15 minutes a day. We're gonna fuel your mind, your body. Very good. All right, we are here in Salt Lake City. Again, it's not 2 o'clock. I understand that. It is It is 6 Central Time, so we had a busy day. So first we flew to Utah, flew to Salt Lake City, Utah, I got that keynote, the Hero keynote tomorrow. And Whitney made it, and I made it, and Timmy made it through United Airlines, so we're very happy about that. A lot of times we think a resource is just money or time, but it's actually a relationship. So today was a perfect example. So we came to Salt Lake City. I got to meet with Garrett. I had a mastermind with him on the Hero Project. So if I started this whole Hero Project from scratch, then I would have to build a website and this and that, but we brought Corey, who's gonna be doing our internet stuff, and Timmy D recorded for you guys, right? Or I wanna start speaking on these stages. Okay, well, we could talk to so-and-so, and he's really good at getting people on stages, right? So this relationship capital starts to form where it really becomes the most important thing. The fact that whatever it is that you're great at, your superpower, to know people that say, hey, listen, I know someone who could use your superpower, let me introduce you. Fears and Fogs. I wrote this January 3rd, 2017. This was like when I was really getting bad. My one fear and fog was not able to provide my kids the direction to develop the skills to be successful. What books, what skills, what mentors do I lead them towards? I think that really happened. The whole they got to find their superpowers. I think we got clarity in this, and then and then there are people we know will start taking them places. And remember on that episode we were talking about, we don't have them watch a Grant or a Gary Vee. We have them watch a 17-year-old who's really a good role model, right? So it's just like, well, that's just 7 years away. And we're looking at a kid who's killing it at 17, right? I have the inside tug to do something bigger on the area of health and mindset, but I do not know a clear path, structure, and product. January 3rd. So I'm writing right here. So you see, this was there. It was there. Like guidance in social media, web tech, and program development, and I'm frustrated because I don't know who I can trust or invest in to execute the plan or to be in the team. See, Timmy D is manifested, right? I need a mentor to bounce ideas off of and have proper negotiating strategy. I know when to push forward with the company and know when to cut losses and move on. CEO, right? That's your job. Photographer, videographer, web, social media, local. There it is, right? What if I go for something and it tanks? Then I sit and regret that I should have cranked in the office. Meaning that, what if I go and try to do something outside? This is my secret identity, trying to survive. Because if I was to find my thing, it dies, right? So January 3rd, and so look, from January 3rd to now, in just a couple months, 90 days. Yeah. But now it's documented. I can look back and go, wow, look how far we came. So it's a win. So this is a total win. But you know what? You go for it and you brace the unknowns. And here I was worried that I was running out of time.